Success is relative. The game before your eyes is a tale about Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin is one of the countless souls in an ocean that got picked up by the wolf ferryman. With the gatekeeper to let Ben into the afterlife, the ferryman has to retell Ben's story. With that, the game starts. We learn of Ben's rich life, from a rejected musician to falling ill and spending a whole year indoors. During this isolation, he practices art and manages to find his true calling in painting. Through his talents, he becomes a world-renowned artist, famous for his imaginative style.
So thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
It's all lies. In reality, Benjamin had fallen severely ill. During his time of isolation, he begins to write. He writes about the possibility of his life. He writes about how much greater of a person he could have become. Bed-stricken, he watches life pass by through a window. Confined to his room, he starts imagining everything he could have achieved in life. Before Your Eyes is a game best experienced with a webcam. Through the webcam, it tracks when you blink to progress the story forwards. I think this is a really innovative mechanic. I tend to remember memories in a short snippet of videos, much like in the game. While it is a gimmick, it's implemented creatively and rather immersive. There's also the fact where the story splits when it becomes Ben's retelling of his own life. So many options open up, and this is because instead of Ben truthfully telling his story, you are the one helping him write the future he wishes he had. I think I can speak for most people when I say we're all afraid of never achieving something in life. We're afraid of never living up to the expectations of those around and even our own expectation for ourselves. We're afraid of dying and never having lived up to our full potential or having achieved success. So then, tell me, what defines success? How do you measure an abstract concept? Sure, societal success exists. How much money you make, what kind of job you have, whether you own a car, a house. But when it boils down, this is all materialistic. It's temporary. So then, what is success? Before Your Eyes reminds us all that we don't have to change the world to lead a full life. You aren't defined by your accomplishment. When Benjamin's life comes to a close, his mother reads him a story, a revised story of his imagined successful life of an artist. She tells him,
So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small
town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So,
when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had.
How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world, and he made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope.
How he reminded them exactly who they were.
After they had almost
So when he
Going to go, he was okay.
okay, because he'd already lived a great life, a full life, and he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on. You know what to do.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he liked. Somewhere that he likes.
The simplest definition of success is the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. Benjamin was more than his societal success. He had unknowingly achieved the purpose of bringing joy to his family and to his neighbor. He had brought hope to his family even when he was sick. These all seem like quote-unquote small successes compared to what he could have achieved, but that's exactly when he starts to lose sight of happiness. There's this moment where he self-loathes when he doesn't feel like he's done enough, but his mother puts those thoughts to rest. When Benjamin learns of the life that he had lived was a full one, he manages to pass on happily. When you try to measure and compare success, you start losing sight of happiness. When you wake up, that's success. When you clean your room, that's success. When you go outside for the first time in a while, that's success. Look, I'm not saying that you should forsake societal success. After all, I'm here on YouTube putting out content. Rather, what I want to say is that we are more than our achievements. We are our own selves. Don't forget everything you've done, and remember that everything you've done so far has already been great. And lastly, don't let life disappear in the blink of an eye.